Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 141, the one where I try to figure out how the hell fantasy football works.
I saw you right up until the bell here, trying to figure out your fantasy football.
My friends have basically duped me into joining a fantasy football league, and it is currently the draft. I knew this going in, that like for fantasy football, the draft is during a certain time, and you have to be there at that time to pick your players.
Is that time right now?
That time was, yes, right now.
So you
like
have to pick your players right now.
Well, I secretly have mine on auto pick, so I don't have to do anything. I'm just just trying to figure out when it's over so I can exit out of it.
Ah, okay. So you have to leave it up, is what you're saying.
Yes. But once that's done, I don't know what I'm going to do. I try to look up the rules. I have no idea how this stupid game works. You know, I would much rather play Dungeons and Dragons, like a real role-playing game.
Well, is it anything like the fantasy movie league that we did?
I feel like that's less complicated than this. I really do.
Well, that's because we know a little bit more about movies than football.
I know enough about, not to toot my own horn, I know enough about football to get by with like in a conversation with an expert. Like I recognize at least two of the names that were auto-drafted to me. It's just, we'll see how this goes.
Seth in the chat says, you guys both talk the same way. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Hello, Cake. Hello, Executor. Hello, Full Metal A1. Hello, Fred. Hello, Mark. Hello, Slit. That sounds like a sexual thing.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, anyone and everyone who was here.
Missed you last week, Will.
Yeah.
Couldn't do any of the spiels.
Sorry.
Didn't know any of them.
I should have texted them to you so that you knew.
Yeah, you should write them out. Put them on a scroll so I can pull them out whenever you're dead.
Yeah, and then come back. But special thanks to John from Spawn Way for filling in while I was, all the way up in the air trying to come home.
Yes. It was a good show. We had a good show last week.
Looks like a good show.
Jesse McCowan says, I see Bob hasn't fixed that light above the NES yet. No, I fix it and then it falls down. I need to get better tape.
Yeah.
Tape. It's just electrical tape. You took the gaff tape.
Because it's my gaff tape.
I need to, you know what?
It's not expensive. Like a big roll of gaff tape.
I'm just going on Amazon. I'm going to leave up the page for gaff tape so I'm going to buy it later. Gaffer's tape.
Yeah, gaffer's tape.
It's called.
Yeah.
There it is. $15? What do you mean not expensive? That's a lot of money.
I feel like I paid less than that.
It's a lot of money for a friggin' tape.
Well, you get a huge roll of it. A roll of gaffer's tape will like last you for like 2 years.
It's a big roll. It's another tax write-off. Will.
Yep.
Anyway, so today it's an interesting episode of the Wulff Den today.
Yeah.
Because this is such a garbage time to record.
Yeah.
We don't pick when Nintendo is going to release a direct.
Yeah, Nintendo just does what Nintendo does.
They also don't warn us.
Yeah.
When did we learn about this? Today or yesterday?
Today. We learned about it today. Nintendo is going to have a direct tomorrow at like 3 p.m. Eastern.
At the time of this recording, it's tomorrow at 6 Eastern.
6 a.m.
p.m.
p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me double check now.
Yeah. So the point is, tomorrow on Thursday the 6th, they're going to have a Nintendo Direct. Today is Wednesday the 5th. So really all we can do is just say maybe they'll talk about this and then watch as they talk about none of the things we think they're going to talk about.
It is at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
3 p.m. Pacific.
That's what I was looking
at. It's at a good time.
Yeah.
However, it is the day after we film these.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yes.
If we had like a few days notice, we probably could have I would have suggested moving Wulff Den Live to the next day. But we didn't have any days notice.
Yeah.
So that sucks. Thank you, Molly, for the $2 super chat. Thanks for the Nintendo fix, guys. No problem. You're welcome. Sorry we can't deliver today.
Yeah.
We also got a $2 super chat from Burgundy Burnouts earlier, who said first, and he wasn't at all.
Well, he was the first to do the super chat.
First super chat. So
we'll allow it.
We'll allow that. All right. So this whole episode is serving as an advertisement for twitch.tv/WulffDen, where you can go and watch the Nintendo Direct with me and probably AJ at 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow on Thursday or whenever you're hearing this. But for now, what we're going to have to do is just talk about what might be in the Direct and see how wrong we are. Well,
Yeah.
really, I'm just going to read the Polygon article that says what might be in the Direct. Here's the thing. I'm not going to get into it. Because before we do that, last week we talked about the free games. Are you on your freaking draft right now?
Yeah, it's over.
Last week we talked about the free games.
Yeah. PS
Game-
Plus and Xbox Live Games of Gold.
Oh, I also... Ooh, I messed up. I wanted to do a timer so I can timestamp everything.
Okay.
Or I'm going to do a stopwatch. That's what I'm going to do. About 7 minutes late. Sorry. Pregnant pause. Do they not have laps in the Google stopwatch? I want laps. There's no laps. All right, forget it. Can't do it. I'm not doing timers this week.
Oh, well. You just have to watch it and do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah, I could just do that. I could just write the time.
Yeah.
The timestamp. But then I got to... Okay, whatever.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Thank you for the $1, iDragon Gaming.
Thank you.
All right. So last week we did a PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live Games with Gold. Twitch Prime is always late.
Yeah.
It's not even worth doing this week, but we're going to do it anyway.
I've never heard of any. Oh, I've heard of one of these games.
Hold on. I got to fix our stupid Elgato window.
All right.
Yeah, I've never heard of a single one of these. Maybe one. All right, well, we got the Adventure Pals. We got Pumped BMX. Aren't you excited? Strife.
That's the one I've heard
Edition.
of, but I don't know if it's the game I'm thinking of.
How could it not be?
Hailed as the original first-person shooter RPG game that spawned countless imitators, Strife Veteran Edition is a love letter to the classic from 1996.
I thought Strife was an MMO.
I think I'm thinking of the same game you are.
Okay, forget that then.
Smite is the MOBA.
Smite. Guild of Dungeoneering and Gunpoint. Those are your free games on Twitch. That is, the last couple times they've done one of those, it was pretty good.
You know, Gunpoint looks familiar, but I can't tell you like when I've seen this game.
Oh wait a minute. Thanks for all the love.
Yeah, seriously.
The cooler stuff is the loot that you get in games. You get everybody with Twitch Prime is getting a golden loot box in Overwatch.
Wow.
PUBG, you're getting a jungle crate. I don't know what that means. Warframe Gear Bundle 1. Trinity Prime Bundle in Warframe. RuneScape, you're getting a membership and loot pack. The Eternal Collector's Bounty. Okay. And 500 bits bonus in some... I think that's an Overwatch thing. I don't know. So if you play Overwatch, claim your loot box.
Yeah.
I had the wrong screen up while I was showing that whole time I was showing the wrong monitor. Anyway, there's nothing important on the screen anyway. So, yeah. If you have Twitch Prime, connected to, you also get a free sub. You can go to twitch.tv/Wulff Den, sub to us.
Yeah. Please.
It's free. Yusef, thank you for the $20. Saying nothing.
Just giving us $20 like it's nothing.
Eric, thank you for the $2. Bob, check DMs. Where?
Yeah, which DMs? What DMs are you sliding into?
AJ sent me something. You got anything to say, Will? While I'm looking at something? Could you help me out a little bit?
Apparently, my DST in my fantasy football league is the Redskins.
What you gotta help me out.
And
what does DST mean?
I'm trying to figure that out. It looks like defense special team, but I don't exactly know what that means. And I'm kind of embarrassed that it's the Redskins.
They haven't changed their name yet?
Nope.
AJ sent me Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Pro Controller moved up to September 28th, according to Best Buy.
I did see that. Yeah. According to Best Buy, it's coming out earlier.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't think that means anything.
No, because the game is coming out October, right?
I think we should get the damn GameCube controllers now. Like, why not?
Yeah. Those are coming out in September too, right?
No games use the GameCube controller.
But Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Or that we know of so far.
I would like to get one to get a new GameCube controller for my GameCube.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
We need our GameCube controller is not that great.
Yeah.
Seen better days.
I mean, we have an original GameCube controller, like a launch one.
Yeah.
And those are designed differently than like the later releases.
Are they?
And
What's different?
Something about the way the analog sticks move, and I know that pro Smash players look for original GameCube controllers.
Oh, they look for the originals.
Yes.
I just know that our B button isn't that great. It's incredibly sensitive.
You might just
And I
have to,
think the A button sticks.
you might, well, the A button you definitely clean. You might just have to clean the B button too.
It's incredibly sensitive, though. That makes me feel like it's broken. And why? If I could just drop $20 and not have to clean it, I'll do that.
True.
We just got a bunch of stuff. Where is all my notifications? Ricky Mills, thank you for the $10. What up, fellas? Love what you do, and you're a huge help to me being an old head trying to navigate my way into the world of retro gaming. Thank you, Ricky Mills.
Well, thank you.
Also, did I say Yusef with the $20?
You did.
Oh, okay. And thank you for all the Twitch Prime subs. We got Angered Coder, we got DeBroom of Doom, and we got Realm. So, guys, get your free loot box in Overwatch, and also thanks for the Twitch Prime sub.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we should talk about freaking dumb, stupid
Yeah.
Nintendo. We're gonna pull up the Polygon article.
Yeah. So speculation as to what they're going to talk about tomorrow on the Nintendo Direct. Switch Online details. That's a big one.
Is that the first thing?
That's the
on this
very
list?
first thing.
Okay, here's what I was gonna say about that.
Okay.
I don't have any faith that they're gonna actually talk about Switch Online.
Me neither. But they have to tell us something.
They do.
Like, it's coming out.
Maybe a date.
Yeah. At the very least. Because, like, it's coming out in September and we don't really know all that much.
Yeah. I would love something. I've been saying this forever, that we need some sort of details on Switch Online. But I don't think they're going to say anything until they just launch it.
Yeah.
I don't. They've had their time to say it a million times over. They've said that tomorrow's Direct is going to be on 3DS games and Nintendo Switch games. So it sounds like there's going to be a heavier lean on 3DS stuff.
What more do they have to release for that system?
I think that they... I think that people are going to be pretty disappointed about tomorrow's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything special to talk about.
Unless they say Mario Maker is going to come into the Switch, I don't think anything's going to
Then it would be the best Direct I've ever seen in my life. I do think that there will be a new Super Mario Brothers U port.
Yeah.
Because everybody's talking about that as if it's like the real deal. I think we talked about it last week.
We did.
You weren't there.
Well, I feel like I've had this conversation with somebody. So
Maybe. So new Super Mario Brothers U, I think, is going to get ported. Mm-hmm. And if friggin' Mario Maker does, then whoop-de-doo. Anyway, read the rest of the Polygon article because I gotta fix my
Switch Online. Blah blah blah. More on Super Mario Party. Mario Party is back, and this latest edition actually looks kind of neat. Players can combine their Switch tablets to engage with minigames in unique ways impossible on previous consoles. So more on Mario Party, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Which okay.
Okay, I fixed it.
All right. A Luigi's Mansion trailer for the 3DS.
Yeah. When is that out?
October 12th.
Okay.
So yeah, a new trailer would be prudent.
October 12th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see some Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
That sounds like a safe bet.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate reveals. So like something, even if it's just another new character or a level.
So I got some thing about that.
Oh, you got a hot scoop?
I got a hot scoop.
Is it a hot scoop or a shot of poop?
To be determined. We'll probably get a copyright strike for this, but I don't care.
Okay. What don't we get copyright strikes for anymore?
Let me see when they posted this. There's a new song, and it is as somebody on Reddit said, it is a banger. Let's just take a million years to load. Why don't we?
Okay. Fortress song.
I think it's just called 15. Yeah, it's just called 15 on the Smash Brothers. Oh, it was uploaded on September 3rd. So when was that? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Fortress song. You know the songs from Super Mario Bros. 3.
I can't hear it.
It's the boss fight.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
This version
This
is
is a very
really
good
good.
version. Okay.
But what does that mean?
I guess maybe an airship level from Super Mario 3?
Ooh, it could be a level.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that. That's probably the most probable.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, what type of characters can we get?
Did they announce...
A Dry Bones?
Did they announced the Koopalings, right?
They were in
No, they were in the last one.
Koopalings are different than Bowser Jr.
Can't you...
Right?
You can pick one of the Koopalings as an alternative costume to Bowser Jr., right?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all alternative.
Yeah.
Well, aren't Koopalings different that...
Koopalings, I think, are Bowser's adopted children. Bowser Jr. is his biological son.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. But, if you cycle through, instead of picking Bowser Jr.'s colors, you can pick the Koopalings.
Right, exactly, yeah. So that's already a thing.
Yeah.
So all it is just a new song.
Yeah.
I guess there's no... We can't speculate characters at that point. All right, what else do we have?
Hold on. Pokemon Let's Go cuteness. That's actually what it says. So more on Pokemon Let's Go.
There's no dearth of information out there about... What does dearth mean, Will?
Isn't that like not a lot?
There's no dearth?
Shortage.
There's no shortage. With the Pokemon Company regularly dropping new teasers and screenshots, we'd mostly like to see more about the Pokemon Go compatibility.
Yeah, there's no lack of information.
As well as those cute outfits. Okay, I don't care. I don't think we're getting much with Pokemon Let's Go.
No, probably not.
Maybe a little update. I mean,
Yeah.
they seem to be pretty frugal with showing us stuff for Pokemon Let's Go. Maybe a little taste, but nothing. I don't think tomorrow is going to be a big drop of anything.
No.
I don't think we're going to see anything.
No, it'll mostly just be games, I think, for the 3DS.
Well, yeah. I just don't think it's going to be any super exciting news.
Yeah.
Unless we get some Mario Maker.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Oh, that we need.
Yeah.
That we need some, because that we know that there's been a Fire Emblem game in the works for years.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes.
And we just got like a little like cinematic trailer in the last direct.
Yeah.
So we need some actual concrete details on that. Mm-hmm. Also, we'll jump ahead in the article. Yoshi. Where the hell's Yoshi?
Yeah, we've seen nothing.
Did that get delayed?
I don't know. Does it even have a name other than Yoshi?
No, it's just Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yoshi for Nintendo Switch, working title. Yep, this is the Nintendo's official website. Coming 2019, so it did get delayed. It was supposed to come out this year.
Interesting.
So maybe we'll get a hard date on it.
Yeah.
Also, we haven't heard anything about Metroid. I don't think we will. We haven't heard anything about Metroid.
Yeah, I'm sure Metroid will be a next year thing.
Ivan in the chat says, "Do we forget about Metroid?" Apparently, we did.
We also got a $5 super chat from Yosef. Pre-ordered the Smash Brothers Ultimate Edition thing with the Steelbook case and the Pro Controller.
Nice.
I mean, that is a nice
I
collector's
want
edition.
that because I do want the Steelbook.
Yeah.
But I'm all digital.
Yeah.
So.
We also got a $2 from Eric Henley. They'll have a separate direct. They'll have a separate online direct the night before.
I think that we will have a separate online direct.
Yeah.
Closer to when online comes out.
And we got $5 from Burgundy Burnouts. Also pre-ordered the new Smash GameCube controller and USB connector, and the dates haven't moved.
Yeah. Oh.
So you just got the GameCube controller and the connector, and the dates haven't moved.
Right. But apparently that was only Best Buy saying that the date for the Pro controller is moving.
Right.
I mean, I think that's legit. It's just a Pro controller. Like, it's just that's not...
Yeah, that you can just, like, change the platform. I'm sure they haven't manufactured GameCube controllers in a while.
I think it's a big deal to release a GameCube controller because they also have to release an update for some other games to support it and stuff, because people tried to use it with Mario Kart and it works, but like some buttons don't.
Well, that's even if they do that, because I mean the GameCube controllers didn't work on anything on the Wii U other than Smash.
But I think the problem with the GameCube controllers is that they kind of work. So people are going to think that they work and try to use them. And they'll be like, why isn't Drift working or something?
Yeah.
So they have to either remove compatibility completely for other games or modify it a little bit.
Or they modify it because GameCube games are coming.
Mm-hmm. That would be the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? Oh, thank you, Poppy Monster 98 for the Twitch Prime sub.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Next is a plug for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country expansion.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been apparently...
And it comes out next week, so I'm sure they'll give a little something.
Oh, yeah, we got to hear more about that. They've been pushing that a lot.
A release date for Bowser's Inside Story on the 3DS.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get 3DS stuff, so that makes the most sense. That's the remake of
Bowser's Inside Story.
Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
That one of the first Mario and Luigi games?
I think the third one.
Third one? That's a Game Boy Advance title?
Yes.
Okay. Some clarity on Daemon X Machina. This is all from Polygon, by the way. This isn't us
yeah, that's that one weird game, the mech game from Marvelous Interactive that we really don't know anything about.
Well, we got a little bit from Gamescom.
Did we?
There was gameplay and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm less excited after seeing the gameplay. There's a lot of out of the mech stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. The Polygon says some Yoshi, please.
Yeah.
Push the pretty little Switch game into 2019. When exactly in 2019 remains a mystery. One last look at The World Ends With You. Yes. That's coming to the Switch.
Coming out on October 12th. So
apparently, the Switch Pro controller isn't compatible with the game.
Which is weird. I wonder why.
I think it needs the touchscreen.
Probably, because it was originally a DS game.
So, can you play in docked mode?
Unless you can use the motion controllers.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In a way that would make it so you can't use the Pro controller as a motion peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
DLC for Splatoon 2, Mario Tennis Aces. We're getting Diddy Kong and Mario Tennis Aces.
I knew about that.
Splatoon 2, maybe.
Yeah.
We need some freaking Mario Odyssey DLC.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some Mario Odyssey DLC. Even just a costume.
Yeah.
But I think we need like a whole new world.
I want like a whole new level and stuff.
It's been a year almost.
Yeah.
Why not? Thanks, Disc Jew, for the sub. Where was that sub? Twitch? For Twitch. Thank you.
Third-party games like South Park, The Stick of Truth, and Spyro the Dragon. We know The Stick of Truth is coming, so like a trailer or something would be good.
We know Spyro's coming. It's just not.
Yes.
It wasn't officially announced. I don't think. But we're like, it's pretty much confirmed that it's coming to the Switch. So that we're probably gonna see Spyro. A console version of Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, yes, because that is
that's the iOS game.
Yes, but I think it's also going to... Oh, I'll just read. Here's something a little more out of left field. An ad for Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition recently appeared on the PlayStation Store, although it's been since removed. Despite the Pocket Edition title, the mobile game could be fun on a bigger screen. Yeah, I think that's going to come to Switch.
Yeah.
I've been saying this. Still want PUBG Mobile on the Switch. Because PUBG Mobile runs just as good, if not better, than regular PUBG. More Wii U ports. New Super Mario Bros. U. Super Mario Maker. Why is Super Mario Maker clickable? Why?
I don't know, Bob. Why is it clickable?
I'm finding out right now. Tell me it's just a link to the game. It's just a link to the game. Why wasn't Super Mario U clickable?
I don't know. You got to take it up with Polygon.
Also, I'm remembering that the game was released on September 11th.
Dark.
I don't know why it's funny.
It's not funny.
These ports have done well for Nintendo thus far. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Animal Crossing, because we're all expecting Animal Crossing and they haven't said anything.
Yeah. That Animal Crossing, like Fire Emblem, they've been developing since forever. since before the Switch even came out, we knew that those games were in development. And we just haven't heard anything. We finally are hearing about Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they talked about Fire Emblem in the first announcement for the Switch. They said, we're making a new Fire Emblem, but they didn't say anything about it. We haven't even gotten that far with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But we do know they're working on something. So maybe we'll get some Animal Crossing. That sounds plausible. But again, I don't think we're getting any crazy announcements today or tomorrow, whatever you're watching this. But again, watch twitch.tv/Wulff Den. Watch along with us at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. We'll watch it together. I'll give you my thoughts then. You can listen to this afterwards and see how wrong we are.
I'm sure we are plenty wrong.
Oh, AJ says, LOL, they announced the date as the 11th of September for when Mario Maker.
I'm sure that's what a lot of people do that.
They should do as an anniversary, as a 3-year anniversary of Mario Maker on the 11th of September. They should release a port, or else I'm going to be very upset. It would be my favorite day if they did that. I would mark it in my calendar.
Moving
on. Ashton says, do you think they will even mention Metroid Prime 4? No.
Metroid Prime 4 will definitely be a next year game.
Yeah, I don't think they want to take any of the hype away from Smash Brothers and Pokemon Let's Go. I think we'll get a little bit more Pokemon Let's Go.
I think because like they announced Metroid very early. Like I think it was still in like pre-production.
Yeah, I don't think they had anything.
So like they just wanted to announce it to let you know that they're making it.
Yeah, I think it was smart to do that.
Yeah,
because they wanted to move some units, and they're moving units.
Oh, yeah,
so whatever they're doing,
it worked for me.
We can critique them all we want, but they're freaking moving units. So whatever they're doing was working. Jax is Mario Maker, 2 Towers edition. Ban him. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm seeing what the chat has to say here. The Cyberquick says, I would drop cash fast for extended play in Odyssey. I think that we're due for some Super Mario Odyssey DLC.
Yeah.
They've never said if they're going to do DLC or not. They're supporting it with costumes and whatnot, but that's not enough for me to get in there. I mean, well, we did get Luigi's Balloon World, which was a little sad. It was fun, but people exploited it very easily. They should have known that that was going to happen. It was a poor design, I think, that game. Of course, people are going to try to break it.
Caloric says, I want Mother 3, and Logan says, everybody wants Mother 3. If they ever release Mother 3 in the US, I might just have to buy it.
I said it in my Switch Online video. I think that if people are going to be upset when Switch Online launches later this month, because now they have to pay to play online, even though it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But people are going to be upset anyway. I think one of the best ways to get in people's good graces is to release some sort of Earthbound something. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, Mother 3. Throw it in there with Switch Online. Give it to people for free. Or for the subscription. I think that would work. Bob, do a video on the best Switch DLCs. Well, there's not that many.
Yeah. It's like Zelda, and that's about it.
Yeah, Zelda would probably be it.
Or Rocket League when you play as Batmobile.
Yes, or the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Caloric says, if they release Mother 3, I'm going to buy 4 copies. What if they release it for Switch Online, then you're going to have to
buy a family plan for Switch Online.
We got to buy it. We're buying a family plan.
Yes, we are.
That's happening.
We're family.
We're getting the Wulff family plan.
Yes.
Who wants to be a part? We should hold a contest. Because we got how many other slots?
I think like 8 slots total.
It's 8 total slots, yeah. It's a lot of slots.
Yeah.
Love me some slots. AJ says Earthbound. Oh, he retracted his statement.
Oh boy.
Which one was on the NES? The first one, right?
Yeah, Mother 1. Also known as Earthbound Beginnings.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. I think he said that's definitely coming. I agree, because we're getting the only confirmed systems we're getting for Switch Online is NES.
Yeah.
So that would be smart, and that would get people pumped.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
I guess you're out of things to say about this.
I'm out of things to say about this.
But Will, there is really big news on the Nintendo front.
Is there?
Yeah. Did you know there's a lot? They're in crisis.
Oh, I did see this.
They're in trouble.
Yeah.
The N has fallen off of the building. It would appear that the literal big N from Nintendo's Kyoto HQ logo has fallen down thanks to the horrific typhoon that has been devastating Japan. Okay, this funny story just became really sad.
You didn't know that there was an actual typhoon?
I knew that there was a typhoon, but I didn't put the two and two together. I just figured letters fall off of signs all the time. What's the big deal? The typhoon has been described as the worst storm to hit the country in 25 years, leaving a trail of destruction across many major cities. So, wait. I'm going to stop you right there. When I heard that the typhoon was coming to Japan, I actually got really sad because I thought about the tsunami.
It really messed up Japan.
Yeah. I would think that, I guess that wasn't a storm, but it was a storm that was offshore that caused a tsunami. So I would think that's probably the worst natural disaster to happen in the last 25 years, wouldn't you say?
At least to that region, yeah.
Then a little bit of wind. All I've seen on the internet is just some harsh winds. That's not bad, but we had a freaking tsunami.
Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat, Charlie. 2.79 loonies. Oh, that's toonies.
Yeah.
That's 2 toonies. Love your channel. Thanks, man.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Charlie. Twitter user something or other, Florent Gorges, took a picture. There it is. There's Nintendo missing the N. That's the whole story.
That sign has been up there since that building was, created.
Nintendo has a timeless logo.
They do. So I wonder how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be for them to fix it.
Probably not. It's just well, actually, they might have to redo all of it.
Yeah.
They might have to do the whole thing over again. Poor Nintendo.
Yeah, now it's just Nintendo.
TF Soul says, "Hey Bob, do you think they'll just report the Wii U Zelda ports or do a new port for Skyward Sword?"
I don't know.
I don't know. I never would have guessed we would get a Wind Waker HD, to be honest.
I would have never guessed we would
it.
get a Twilight Princess HD.
That too. I still forget that that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nintendo... I get Wii U ports, but I don't really get HD remakes for Nintendo because the games are usually fine as is.
Yeah.
And I would never guess something like a Wind Waker HD. So, because they never do it with Mario. They never give us HD remakes of Mario games. That's their flagship character.
Yeah.
So a Zelda one seems weird. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. I think it's great that we get to play those games in HD. I just feel weird speculating on that because I never would guess that it would happen. All right, what else do we have to talk about here? We're running out of things to talk about. I forgot to do the timestamp again. This is. Oh, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about.
Did you see the Polymega?
No, I just saw you put a link to it.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the whole video on stream right now, and we're gonna have to talk over for the podcast listeners.
Okay. The world's most compatible game console has arrived.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm watching it here.
Oh, okay, good. I'm gonna lower the audio.
All right. Some dudes playing Sonic CD.
You knew it was Sonic CD?
Yeah. It's the only one that does that little turn trick.
I'm going to lower the audio a lot here. It's just music. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I should just mute it completely.
CD games can be played on the base unit, including PS1, TurboGrafx CD, Sega CD, Neo Geo CD.
Oh, on the base unit. Okay.
Yeah. Cartridge games can be played using modules. Oh. 4 module sets are available at launch. Genesis, TurboGrafx, SNES, and NES. Interesting. Each module set includes a module, a controller, and 5 preloaded games. Those games are probably trash.
Yes. It's a weird concept
Yeah.
because so there's two. It's a console that plays retro games, and it's got controllers that mimic the controller of the system that you're playing.
Yeah.
But the console is in two parts, and the front part comes off, and you swap out different modules depending on the game you want to play.
Yeah.
That to me kind of defeats the purpose.
I feel like that was a way for them to make it, in a compact form factor for them to, and you can like pick and choose which systems you want to.
It's $249 for the pre-order. And here's this whole video is for this big announcement. Apparently this has been a thing.
Saturn. Oh, that is actually a thing. The Sega Saturn is like the hardest system to emulate for.
Well, there you go.
Only 2 years ago were they able to crack it.
So this is in the base unit because it says CD games.
CD games are in the base unit, yeah.
There you go.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that the cartridge slots are modular, because otherwise you have a Retron 5 situation where you just have this big ass thing with all these slots.
Yeah, but I'd rather that because where am I going to put all this crap? I gotta put all these modules in a drawer somewhere.
Of these Billy things.
I know. Just for the modules though, and that's not cool looking.
Yeah.
At least these consoles are cool looking.
Did it say? Oh, can you store games on here?
Yes.
That's cool.
That's the weirdest thing out of all of this is that it's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
You can like rip the ROM and store it on there. Which that sounds like a major legal problem.
So the way the Retron 5 works is you put the game in, it rips the ROM, but you have to keep the cartridge in there. Otherwise, if you rip it out, it won't play the game.
Yes.
It's a form of copyright protection.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that is grounds for a major copyright claim.
There's got to be a way around it because there are virtual consoles for everything now.
I mean, you're allowed to store your music library.
Yeah,
right?
and you're allowed to store your game library if you're the one ripping the game directly.
That's true. That's true. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
So,
I mean, this is a really cool device.
Yeah.
My only problem is that you're gonna have a million modules.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why
of
couldn't
course,
it just be
the
one
website's
thing?
not loading. So my question is I'm assuming it's hooked up by HDMI. What does it output to?
I mean, the video looked crystal clear.
Yeah.
So I would assume HDMI. Why even bother if it's not HDMI?
They still release like standard definition systems, like retro systems. Mostly at games because they suck.
Our best friend Tim Simpson. I was telling you about it on Sunday, but the Retro Freak rips the ROMs too.
He was telling me about that. I forgot the name because I was looking at the Retron 5 and he said you might be better off with the Retro Freak.
Oh, the Retro Freak. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was telling us. I was like, you didn't tell us about the Polymega.
Yeah.
Never heard of this Polymega before in my life. The fact that it looks like it's HD
Yeah.
is the big selling point. And I guess the Sega Saturn games.
Yeah.
We do have. We don't actually have any Sega Saturn games.
No.
We have.
You have one Sega CD game.
Yeah, and 32X games. We
Yeah.
have 32X. Angel Chang, thanks for the $2. I'll be sad if Mario Sunshine is announced for 3DS only. That's never gonna happen.
That would be upsetting, but I don't think it will.
We're not gonna get 3DS Sunshine. But
Yeah.
there are three. I completely forgot. There are 3 GameCube games that Nintendo has said that we're getting. Or no, I'm sorry, Nintendo didn't say it. Eurogamer said that we were getting them back in December of 2016.
Yeah, it was a Sunshine,
They
Melee.
said I think 3 different sources told
Yeah.
them that Sunshine, Melee, and Luigi's Mansion were confirmed working on the Switch. But that, I mean, we don't know what that means. So maybe they'll say something about those games. I don't know. Yeah, the Polymega also uses the. They have their own controllers for each module, but the inputs are the original game inputs.
Which is good. I like when they do that.
I don't know.
I mean, I like when they do that, but at the same time, like in this day and age, it's probably a lot easier to find like a Bluetooth controller or a USB controller.
The thing is, like, if I'm buying this thing, it's because I don't have the console.
Yeah.
That's why I'm buying it. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't have the controller. So I don't care what the input is. If I'm going to get a box like that, I want it to be a universal box. I want it to be one thing
Yeah.
that I can just plug whatever, like a Retron. and I want a controller that's more or less universal.
So, of course, the Polymega's website isn't loading, but the Google search says Ultimate HD Retro Console, built with modern conveniences you've come to expect. So I'm assuming it has Bluetooth then.
Everybody's telling me to check Twitter. I'm on Twitter. You got to be a lot more specific.
I'm on Polymega's Twitter.
What am I checking? You pieces of shit. Timestamp that. I'm sorry.
It's 4740.
Oliver White, RetroPie. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What we're interested in right now is getting all of these consoles HD retrofitted.
Because actually, the best way to play retro games is on original hardware, Old Bean. Yes, I'm quite snobby with our retro systems.
The thing is, we have the original hardware, so why not?
So trying to find a way to get all this working on a modern television, we feel, is the most convenient way to do it. Speaking of which, I think we should just bite the bullet and get a Framemeister.
No, I am. I'm going to buy a Framemeister.
We're going to need extra cables and stuff for some
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because we need to get SCART for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo.
Are those expensive?
They're like $30 each.
Tim Simpson, do you have
SCART cables? I can send you a website that has everything. Also, if we want to hook up anything via component, we need a D-terminal to component cable, which is probably another $30.
I'm not hooking anything up component. What are we going to hook up component?
PS2.
Don't care about PS2.
Okay. PS2.
Why would you want to hook anything up component to, I guess to upscale it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to hook. The only thing I'm going to use the Framemeister for is, I guess we could use it for Dreamcast. So if you don't know, the Framemeister is a component device that upscales everything to HDMI and makes everything look awesome.
Well, Dreamcast doesn't do component, it does VGA. That's its best video quality.
Okay.
But this company Pound makes an HDMI cable for the Dreamcast that converts the VGA signal to HDMI. However, not every game supports VGA, so it could not just appear.
Oh, so Vass was telling us to check the Polymega Twitter.
Which I am on.
We upgraded to a new server with much higher specs yesterday, but we are still receiving errors, likely due to one malicious user whose IP address we traced to Missouri, who's opening hundreds of connections at a time in order to prevent others from accessing the site.
Oh, that's why their website is down.
so somebody they got DDoSed.
Yeah.
They get DDoSed by some dude in Missouri.
Wow.
Or he's probably not even from Missouri. He's probably it's probably a fake IP.
Yeah.
Tim says Dreamcast has an HDMI cable. I think that's what you were just talking about.
Pound HD, yes.
Anyway, I want the Framemeister for all of the 8 and 16-bit stuff.
Yeah.
And probably N64 we got to get the HDMI mod.
Yeah. The NES, we might want to look into getting RGB modded or HDMI modded.
I love my NES though.
I know.
It works like flawlessly.
I would rather just buy a new NES.
Yeah, I would almost rather that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy. We should get an analog.
We should get an AVS retro.
What the hell is that?
Retro USB makes it. I think it's hardware emulated NES system that also plays Famicom.
What's it called?
Hold on, let me look it up.
Because analog's the thing.
Yeah. It's called the Retro USB AVS. It's...
Kobe, thank you for becoming a new member.
It plays everything in HD, but it's significantly cheaper.
Oh, wow. That is cheap.
Yeah, it's $180, $85.
We have so much to do.
And so little time.
So little time here on this earth. Okay.
All right.
I think my Streamlabs is behind.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Sorry to bore you with HD retro consoles.
Yes, our crisis that we're...
I'm not sorry at all. I'm
Yeah.
very interested in this stuff.
All right. Next.
I tried to use the Game Boy Advanced player for the SNES that we got.
Oh, the Super Game Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing a lot of calculations in my head, and I think I figured out why it didn't work the other day. Because my freaking monitors don't understand. No, it wasn't working. Our Super Nintendo wasn't working the other day. I was having problems with Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the Super Nintendo.
Oh, we need to look into that.
I wasn't turning on.
Yeah.
All right, it wasn't the Super Game Boy though, because I tried Zelda in it also.
What did you connect it to?
An upscaler. It was doing it 720p.
Okay.
50 hertz.
All right. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, we need a crappy TV.
Yeah.
Or a different upscaler, like a Framemeister.
Yeah. Or I mean, if we could hook it up to the TV here, that's literally right in front of us.
Oh yes,
because it played
I'll do
on
that. I'll do that because my monitor doesn't like anything lower than 480.
Okay.
Can't do it. But the upscaler forces 720.
Yeah.
So. All right. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Yes.
We talked about the Polymega.
Yes.
2K is in the news. 2K Games. You ever heard of 2K, Will?
I'm familiar with them.
All right. Well, they're here, and apparently they're like, please, guys, you need to advocate for us to keep loot boxes. That'll go over well.
Yes.
This is straight up from Reddit. 2K is begging its fans to fight for them in order to keep their ridiculously predatory loot boxes in their games. This is a statement from Statement Belgium.
This is an English translation of a statement they made to, I guess,
Their Belgian fans.
Belgian fans. Yeah.
The Belgium Gaming Commission, BGC, had... What's so funny, man?
I'll tell you off stream.
Big, gaping collection. Big gaping...
The big gaping collection, yes.
Collection. All right. Has stated that games which include certain loot box style mechanics violate gambling laws in Belgium. While we disagree with this position, we are working to comply with the Black GameCube current interpretation of these laws, the BGC's current interpretation of these laws. As a result, we have made some local changes to My Team mode. What is that?
Oh, it's probably for NBA.
Sports game.
Yeah.
These changes are necessary in order for us to accommodate the BGC's interpretation of the Belgian Gaming Act, the BGA. Specifically, we will be turning off the ability to purchase packs with premium non-earned currency VC. Gamers are still able to acquire packs with My Team points. We will be continuing conversations with the BGC in order to explain our views on how NBA 2K and My Team pack purchases already comply with local laws. If you agree, we recommend that you contact your local government representative to communicate your opinion. We will keep the community posted on any developments. We apologize for any inconvenience. So they're
basically saying, please help us continue to rip you off.
They got in trouble.
Yeah. As many game companies are.
And now they're like, shoot, but we developed this whole system.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't worry, our fans who like this system that we have in place will come to our aid.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I guess people who... Well, no, they say that if you purchase this stuff, it'll still work.
Yeah.
What you purchase will still work. They're just not going to do it moving forward.
I don't know.
It's
basically because, governments are coming down on game companies because they feel like loot boxes and loot crates and microtransactions are a form of gambling, which in a way it is. And the big thing is, you can't... In any country, gambling is illegal if you're under a certain age. So that's why every government's coming down on game companies. And game companies don't see it that way. They just see it as another way to, get money regardless of, who's buying. It's just another revenue stream to them. So they're asking us, the gamers, or specifically the Belgian gamers, to tell the BGC, which I keep giggling at, to tell them
that's apparently the Big Grape Commission, Eric says.
Yes, the Big Grape Commission. Nothing but grimace on the panel. To tell them hey, it's okay that 2K keeps ripping us off and charging for things that we should just be able to unlock in the game.
Yes. Now, I've said that I'm all right with loot boxes as long as they're just cosmetic.
Yeah.
If they want to charge you for something, it's just that it's a problem to have this sort of it's a problem to have this gaming model going forward, because now game companies build their games off of this being their major source of revenue,
Which is very bad.
yeah, and 2K clearly did that.
Yeah.
They were clearly like, people are gonna, we can slack off on making an amazing game because we can just leech off of the people who are gonna pay for these loot boxes or whatever the hell they're called. It's a bad business model.
Yeah.
Miyamoto, I think, said something about it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
I think
we
he did,
talked
yeah.
about it. I think we talked about it on the show. Miyamoto was like, hey, these people who are with loot boxes and whatnot, they need to stop. Just make your game really good from the beginning.
It sucks because, you think a game is $60, but then you have to spend all this money on other crap, and it's not $60.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, they should just raise the price of the game to $70 or something. Just be done with it.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother debate. A lot of people, I'm sure, would be very upset if game prices went up. But, I mean, they're the cheapest they've ever been right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
But the most expensive they've ever been to make.
Yes. That's why we're in this terrible time.
Yeah.
Where game companies are trying to find other ways to monetize.
Well, for example, Spider-Man comes out this week and it costs $60, or you can spend another $20 and get the deluxe edition with all the DLC that you're going to wind up getting in down the road anyway.
Yeah, and the DLC, one of the DLCs comes out a month later.
Yeah.
Which is another problem.
Yeah.
I mean, the games, they now slate DLC while they're making the game.
Yeah.
And the companies will say, oh, but we made the DLC after the game came out. But, that they had it planned in the pipeline for, a long time. And there's nothing wrong with having it planned. You know that you're going to... I mean, you have to know that you're going to be releasing it eventually. Yeah. I don't know, it's just a bad time. The only... I mean, it was bad for Assassin's Creed. I think it was 4? Or was it 3?
I was going to say 2. Because in Assassin's Creed 2, what is it, levels 23 and 24 are just missing, and you skip right to section 25.
Oh, maybe it was that.
And they pass it up as there's a glitch in the Animus. Apparently 2 stories are missing. Blah, 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 blah. So let's just go right to the end of the story. And then, a few months later, the missing chapters of Assassin's Creed. It's either they cut it out to make it DLC.
They did.
Or,
they absolutely did.
They instead of delaying the game and to hit their deadline, they just cut 2 parts out so they can finish it.
No, they
later.
just cut it out to make it DLC because there was a massive time jump in the game. I remember.
Either way, scummy.
Yeah, that's scummy.
Yeah,
that's scummy. I think Destiny does a fine job.
I never played those 2 missions because I refused to.
Yeah, me too. Look them up online after.
Yeah.
Destiny does a good job with DLC, except the Forsaken is very expensive. It's $40. But everybody's saying it's really good. And I want to know how Cade 6 dies, so I want to play it. Came out yesterday. Mm-hmm. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? So 2K, Belgium, you're trash.
Yes.
And you're stupid, and we don't like you. See, now, Bryson in the chat took our little BGC and went way overboard.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it, but no. You did it wrong. You did it wrong.
Was it the one about your cranium?
No, that one was good. That one was fine.
That one.
You know when you're borderline racist or borderline offensive?
Yeah, I see the exact one.
And then somebody just takes it over that line.
Yep.
That's not funny.
Yeah.
I'm funny. Please don't unsubscribe. Please don't.
Yeah.
Booming Grape Cannon. Now he's
back.
He's back. Yeah. He's back. Bryson's back. Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, let's get away from this, please. I want to. No, I'm going to skip over this. Let's talk about the Captain Marvel photos.
Yes,
because that's kind of a big deal.
So we finally got actual legit movie still images, screenshots from the upcoming Captain Marvel movie. We finally see, because before we've just gotten leaked set photos of Brie Larson in her weird green costume. Well, now, thanks to Entertainment Weekly, she is the cover star of this week's issue, and we see her in her full red, gold, and blue costume, and she looks exactly like Captain Marvel.
So you're talking about the cover?
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring up the cover.
This is the cover, and there's also like 10 other images from the movie. But yeah, bring up the cover first.
Let's look at the cover. I mean, we saw her previously. We saw like leaked set photos.
The green costume.
The green costume, yeah.
And everyone thinks like, oh, it's probably from her time when she first joined. She's part of the Kree army and stuff.
Am I on the right one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks great.
Yeah, she looks exactly like. I like how they just let her have her long hair down, because sometimes Captain Marvel wears the weird mask and has like a mohawk, which looks bizarre.
I've never seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, read Captain Marvel comics. She's got like weird hair.
Very Captain America suit we got going on here.
Kinda, yeah. I feel like they might be pulling for a similar vibe. Apparently, they're very much inspired by Terminator 2. This movie.
That's weird. Why?
Very weird. I have no idea.
Female protagonist?
Maybe. Tough chick.
I feel like that'd be a dumb reason to be inspired by Terminator.
I'll see if I could find like
90s.
Why. Yeah, 90s definitely.
I hope that we get some not cyberpunk, future punk, like something like 90s, like because all the Marvel movies have this like weird sort of like futures technology thing going on. Gizmodo, I don't want your newsletter. Go away. I want some sort of like super retro, like cyberpunk. I want like that, but 90s based. I think that would be really cool, and I understand that would be cool to pull from Terminator, stuff like that.
According to Kevin Feige, the comparison comes from the way they're handling the action sequences specifically.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, those were good.
A more grounded level work seen in Terminator, specifically the cool street level fights and car chases.
That's cool.
So the way Terminator did their action sequences.
I want to see like in the very beginning when he's like hacking the ATM. I want to see stuff like that. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far it just looks like a regular old Marvel movie to me.
Yeah.
Which is fine. They're all good.
Do you want to go see the other screenshots?
Yeah, I do. Will.
All right, let's do that.
Gizmodo. I don't want your newsletter. Go away. I'm not even on Gizmodo. I'm on IO9.
IO9 is now a subsidiary of Gizmodo. Like it's a sub-site. It's not its own thing anymore.
Is Gawker done? They've been done, right?
So what happened was after Hulk Hogan sued them into oblivion, brother,
right?
They got sold to Univision. They shut down the Gawker website and they renamed it to the Gizmodo Media Group.
Yes.
So like things got shifted around and merged. So instead of IO9 being its own thing, it's now because like Gizmodo has like subsections, and IO9 is now a subsection of Gizmodo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what it is.
I'll tell you what. Right off the bat, not a fan of this 9 Inch Nails shirt.
Really?
That I think is going to 90s.
It's pandering, yes. It's like saying, "Hey, look how 90s we are." But I do think it's kind of funny that she's wearing a 9 Inch Nails shirt.
Yeah, and the leather jacket. I think it's that with the leather jacket.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we get it. You're in casual mode.
Yeah.
And you're from the 90s.
Yeah, it's kind of like in X-Men Apocalypse when they go to the movies and like they see Return of the Jedi and like they're very specific about what like the 80s-ness of it.
Yeah.
So she's a pilot. Yes.
Green Lantern.
Yes. They said they altered the scripts so substantially so that people so that people aren't reminded of Green Lantern.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's very similar.
Nova is just a Green Lantern ripoff, right?
Nova is more similar to Green Lantern, yes. Yeah. But, Carol Danvers' story, a test pilot who gets, brought into this alien core of basically space police.
I feel like that's easy. Yeah. Test pilot. Because test pilots are pretty goddamn badass.
Yeah. And I think Green Lantern is a ripoff of an old, 20s pulp novel called The Spacemen. So
okay,
everything's a ripoff of everything. True. Nothing is original.
There's this new female pilot also.
Yeah, what the hell's her name? Maria Rambeau, I think, who is
Photon,
the mother of popular Captain Marvel bestie Monica Rambeau from the comics. So since this takes place in the 90s, people are thinking when Captain Marvel arrives in the present day, she'll now be friends with, Monica will be all grown up. And they'll pal around.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, she better have a kid in this then.
Yeah.
I wonder how time's going to work.
It's a flat circle.
Okay. Yep. We get Samuel L. Jackson young. Looking good.
He doesn't look that different from how he looks now.
I mean,
like,
he looks good now.
Yeah.
He just has hair.
Yeah.
And an eye.
Yeah.
Or I guess 2 eyes. Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll find out how he loses his eye. I hope we kind of don't. I kind of don't want to know.
I mean, I do and I don't. I feel like if anything, this would be the movie that would explains why he's missing an eye. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. What else is on the IO9?
We got the boy band photo of them, all of the green suits walking.
Yeah, so we do see her in her green Kree suit. You also notice Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy is there.
Yes, we knew he was in
We
the
knew
movie.
he was going to be in it. Also, Digimon Hunsu is also back as his character from Guardians.
Did you just say Digimon?
Digimon, which is the closest I can get to pronouncing his name.
Okay.
Also, if you notice, right behind Ronan is Jude Law. It's believed he's playing Marvel, the original Captain Marvel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you explain who these people are? Why the suits are all green? Why they're all the same suits?
I can't do a good job of it, but in the comics, Captain Marvel is a title that gets passed on from person to person.
Right. Like Green Lantern.
Like Green Lantern.
And like Nova.
Yeah. I just assume it's Green Lantern.
Okay.
It's the best I can explain it.
So she's a test pilot, somehow ends up in space, somehow gets rolled in with these other Captain Marvel.
Well, she's not a test
characters.
pilot, she's an actual pilot.
An actual pilot.
An actual pilot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somehow space happens.
Yes.
And now she's with these alien people?
Yes.
And you said Kree.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
different than Skrulls.
Yes, because if you scroll down later on the page, like
Yes.
literally the next picture,
Yes.
the Skrulls. The Skrulls are the bad guys. They're the shapeshifters. They
Yes.
can become anyone. It's really hard to tell who's a Skrull and who isn't. Yeah, and it's interesting because for a long time, like people thought Fox owned the Skrull,
Right.
and now Disney owns Fox
Because of some...
because they're associated with the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
But like Disney, it's like a Quicksilver situation. They have the rights to some aspects of the Skrull and not others.
Well, now they own Fox, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, this is our first look at the Skrulls on the beach, and they look like the Skrulls.
Yeah, so a lot of people are speculating who's a Skrull in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because like you never know.
You never know who's a Skrull. What if Thanos just killed off all of the Skrulls?
That would be interesting.
Everybody who he snapped his finger and killed was a Skrull.
I think that's all IO9 has. If you go to the Entertainment Weekly article, you see more pictures of Jude Law and the directors.
I'm not pulling it up because they're too tiny.
That's fine.
But just explain them to me.
Hold on. Nah, the website's spazzing out on me because of course it is. Because nothing works. Everything sucks.
Everything
We're all going to die.
I think we got donations or something.
All right, you pull that up.
Did I say Colby? Thank you for becoming a member. Did I say that? Lane, thank you for the $2 super chat. Will Captain Marvel photo if September 26th is online date? This was not your syntax error.
Yes.
Does not compute. Maybe I don't know about the 26th being the Switch online date. I haven't heard anything. But thank you for the super chat. Two over fandom. So there's a team of people with the Captain Marvel powers?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Really? Okay. Isn't she like insanely powerful?
She's insanely powerful.
And there's a team of people with those powers?
I mean, I don't know if this team survives. I mean, if you look at the picture of like the boy band picture, Digimon Hunsu's character is wearing a Captain Marvel uniform, and he clearly is no longer a Captain Marvel. Like by the time Guardians comes around,
I don't remember him in Guardians. What is he?
he's the guy who goes, "Who are you?"
Don't remember.
He's like the first guy Star-Lord encounters with the glowing eyes.
Don't remember.
All right, I'll pull up a picture. You'll remember.
Nah, don't even worry about it. Oh, somebody in the chat. Where was it? I saw it. Where was it? Somebody said, "Doesn't Galactus eat the Skrull homeworld?"
Maybe. Galactus eats a lot of things
In the comics. In the comics, he means.
This guy.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, with he looks exactly like he does in the set photo. So he's a bad guy.
Yes.
And well, I mean, the Guardians are kind of bad guys too, though.
Well, the Guardians are kind of scrappy.
Yeah, they're scrappy. So I mean,
yeah,
whoever opposes them, it doesn't mean they're necessarily
we got
bad
a
people.
picture of Jude Law and Brie Larson in like just black t-shirts hanging out. We got Skrulls on the beach. We got behind the scenes set photo of who the hell is somebody with the directors of the movie.
I'm excited for this movie because it's a Marvel movie and I like every single Marvel movie that's ever come out. But I'm also excited to finally see the Marvel take on a female-led superhero movie.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
I'm not a fan of Wonder Woman.
I know, because you are a sexist, misogynist dinosaur.
See, you're a big fan of Wonder Woman.
Yes.
I think Wonder Woman was not a good movie. And I think that this is a better opportunity for a female-led superhero movie.
What do you mean by better opportunity?
Okay, so they're both good opportunities.
Yeah.
But I think that they botched Wonder Woman completely, and I think that Marvel will do a much better job.
See,
so by better opportunity, I mean they screwed up already, so this is a good opportunity.
Here's what's got me worried about Captain Marvel, specifically. The fact that it took them forever to find a director, and that they just like picked like some like husband and wife team or whatever to do it. The fact that this has like 10 writers, and it's like taken forever to like show us anything of this movie, like this spent so long in development.
That I think has a lot to do with the fact that we're in between Avengers movies, because we barely even got anything for Ant-Man.
Yeah, but Ant-Man's different in that Ant-Man was like, it's by design supposed to be like a smaller film.
Yeah,
like this is Captain Marvel. Yeah, I know, no pun intended. I mean, Captain Marvel was supposed to be like one of the big ones.
Yeah,
and like it kept getting pushed to make room for Ant-Man and Spider-Man. Ironically, Yeah,
when's Spider-Man? Before or after?
After Avengers 4.
And Captain Marvel is before?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is going to be a big deal.
I know it's going to be a big deal.
Probably going to be in the next Avengers.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, she is going to be in the next Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 writers.
It's a lot.
That's a very lot.
Well, how many do the other Marvel movies have by comparison?
Like usually like 2 or 3.
That's it?
4 at the most, yeah.
Because I'd imagine that there's a lot of overhead at these at Disney over there.
There usually is, but for the most, and I know like in the beginning they had like a writer's room, but in the end there's always like in the credits there's always been like at most 4 writers, 2 on the screenplay and 2 on the script.
Okay.
So,
okay,
like that's got me worried. They've been looking for like a female director specifically for this movie for a long time. They couldn't find one that could work with them, so they got Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, a man and a woman. Because I guess Marvel don't think women can direct movies by themselves.
See, Terminator 2,
yes,
great female-led action movie because it's just a friggin' action movie with a female leading it.
I'm not saying that men can't direct good female action movies.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Marvel was specifically looking for a female director,
right? Couldn't
find one, and just decided to grab a female director that also works with a man.
Did you hear about the news about Black Panther? How Marvel wanted all of the Wakandans to have British accents,
yes,
and then whatever his name
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, he was like, no, give him African accents.
Yeah,
that's where I think having some insight, I guess, it was probably him and the director.
Yeah,
that's where I think having like a black
he was Black
Panther
helps. Before they picked Ryan Coogler to direct it.
Oh, well, then maybe it was all him then.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to have that sort of insight for something. Well, I think that's a little different. That's like, that movie is like, made to be, in the you need like that African influence in that movie. That's very important.
Yes.
Whereas this, I think you can kind of, it's just an action movie with the female in the front.
Right, but I feel like you said, like that.
It's not about females. There's just a female in the front of it. Whereas Black Panther, it's about that culture and everything.
Yeah.
Grimhane said, Bob is entitled to his incorrect and misogynistic opinion.
Scott Chicken Keeper. Whoa, Will, discriminating against males? Be careful.
Be careful. Be careful. Males can't do anything right. Did you know that?
They can't. No, especially not the straight white ones.
Those damn straight white ones.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
IRL. As soon as I write the timestamp. So, sounds like something I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Will. Over in the old Japan land, of course, where everything cool happens.
Starting September 12th, a Metal Gear Solid themed real life stealth game will open in Tokyo's Shinjuku.
I want to go.
It's the day before your birthday, so maybe if you're lucky, if you're a good boy for your birthday.
Will I make it in time?
No. Just like in Metal Gear Solid, the real life game lets players sneak into Shadow Moses, avoiding detection to destroy a Metal Gear. According to the game's official Mystery Circus site, a team of 1 to 3 players is given a codec to use during the mission, and you see pictures of people with an iPad that literally has a codec up,
and it has Snake and Icon on it.
When the guards spot intruders, they'll fire their weapons with the player's vests registering hits.
I wonder how these guards are walking around. Like, are they like
in a set pattern, just walking around?
Yeah, and are they gonna? Do they have like horse blinders on?
Yeah.
Are they gonna be really looking out for people, or are they gonna be like,
huh?
Yeah. What
was that?
Are they gonna play dumb? Is what I'm asking.
Just a box. However, as Sora News explains, getting hit does not take a player out of the game. Instead, it will shorten the time they can play. Running out of time results in mission failure.
That sucks. Because that significantly lowers the fun time.
Yeah. It would be cool if, like, they see you and, you have to try and, like, hide and stuff.
You should have, like, 3 strikes.
Yeah. There are obstacles to slow players down.
Yeah, there's like a legit obstacle course.
There's a wire laser trap thing.
Yeah.
And, of course, cardboard boxes.
This looks amazing.
Yeah.
They filmed it like Metal Gear.
Yeah. It should take players between 15 to 45 minutes to finish the real-life sneaking. Individual advanced purchases are $34 while continues are $7 for additional 10 minutes of play.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so you could buy DLC.
Yes. Oh, Konami.
I want to do that.
Yes.
Very, very much so. They should give you... Oh, no, they do. You get a gun. He's got a SOCOM right there.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. That's the name of the gun, right? SOCOM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see... It's not in here because I only just saw it. Somebody redid the intro to Metal Gear Solid in Unreal 4.
Yes. Well, I didn't watch it, but I saw the article. And then I saw, Unreal 4. I don't need this in my life. All right, this is the last... Oh, no, this is not the last story, but this is my last story.
Okay.
PlayStation. Sony boss. It's Shuhei.
No.
Shuhei Yoshida. It's not?
It's not. It's Kenshiro Yoshida, who is the Sony CEO. He's the CEO of all of Sony.
A different Yoshida.
Shuhei Yoshida's a boss.
Oh, okay. Well, he's over here saying dumb stuff.
Yes.
Sony boss dismisses Fortnite crossplay controversy. PlayStation is the best place to play, he says.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Sony has been blocking... Okay, I don't need to read all that. Let's just get to his quote.
Yeah.
On cross-platform, our way of thinking is always that PlayStation is the best place to play. Of course that's going to be your way of thinking. You're the frickin' CEO of Sony. Fortnite, I believe, partnered with PlayStation 4 is the best experience for users. That's our belief. but actually, we already opened some games as cross-platform with PC and some others. So we decide based on what is the best user experience. That is our way of thinking for cross-platform. You're stupid and you're an idiot. Sony has previously blocked cross-play between PS4 and Xbox One for Fortnite, Rocket League, and Minecraft, despite Nintendo and Microsoft supporting it. Microsoft and Nintendo teamed up to promote cross-play in Minecraft in an unusual move. Despite that, Yoshida says competition with Xbox and Nintendo is a, quote, healthy situation for Sony and the entire industry. While Yoshida doesn't manage PlayStation directly, he's still the overall head of Sony and should be familiar with the company's plans. Yoshida's response for making it clear Sony has no intention of enabling Fortnite crossplay as the company feels it has the best user experience for the game. That doesn't mean Sony won't enable crossplay for future games, but if you were still hoping to play with your Fortnite PS4 account on your Switch or Xbox One, then it's probably never going to happen. I'm going to remind everybody that Epic is not innocent here either.
Yeah, they should have said something.
Epic, they came out and blamed Sony.
Yeah.
But Epic has a poor UI that makes it sound like you can use your Epic account on all platforms. When if you have an Epic account on a Sony platform and then you log in on a different platform, you're locked out of everything.
Yeah.
So Epic has a poor design there too. It's mostly Sony's fault, but Epic isn't innocent. Epic they should warn people, hey, if you have your Epic account logged in on a Sony platform, you can't log in anywhere else.
Yeah.
They have to say that. And that would throw more shade in Sony's face, but whatever. What else was I going to say? Last week we talked about how Fortnite is going to now matchmake keyboard and mouse players with other keyboard and mouse players. So if you play on a keyboard and mouse on your console, it'll matchmake you with PC players.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And same goes the other, or they're going to make it work the other way. It doesn't work the other way yet, but they're going to make it so if you plug a controller into your PC, you will get paired with other controller players.
That's cool.
A little weird because consoles have aim assist. Every console game has aim assist.
Yeah.
So the thumbsticks work better. That's why keyboard and mouse is like way too OP on consoles, because you have keyboard and mouse with aim assist.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how aim assist, if it turns off when you plug in a keyboard and mouse, or on PC, if you plug in a controller, do you get aim assist?
I'm sure there's like an option to change that.
I don't think there's an option at all. That's the thing.
I don't know. I've played like maybe 2 seconds of Fortnite. My wife's cousin played more Fortnite on my Switch than I ever have. So,
Hey, Will,
but I sold him on getting a Switch.
You got a super chat, Will.
This is my best friend. My
It's
best
your
friend in the
boy.
whole world. LKM Cherokee with the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on Justice League 7? I think it's really cool they brought Starman back. I hope that means we're gonna get a reprint of the '90s series, even though I know it's a different Starman. Because I've always wanted to read that series and never got a chance to. Starman was one of those series in the 90s that was like critically acclaimed and ran for like 60 issues and then like just disappeared.
Never heard of Starman.
Yeah. There's a bunch. Starman is like Captain Marvel. There's a bunch of different Starman series.
I just looked it up and it's David Bowie. David Bowie is Starman.
David Bowie is everything.
Isn't Starman... And then it's the guy in the Tesla that they launched in space.
No, what's his name? Ted Knight, I think, is Starman.
Who? There he is. Who?
Yeah.
What's the game? The Star... I'm thinking of a game. Like a Sega Genesis game.
Oh, I don't know. Pulse Man?
No, Pulse Man is... Well, Starman is also a Mega Man character.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Rystar
Rystar?
for Genesis. He's a literal star.
Yes, I was thinking of Rystar.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is a Starman.
This is the Jack Knight Starman. It's just the dude in the leather jacket. He's like, I don't want to be Starman. I want to be a cool 90s guy. And they're like, no, you're going to be Starman. He's like, God, I guess I should be Starman.
So our last story, I pulled it up and there's a 404 error, so I'm just not going to pull it up. There's nothing to show anyway.
All right.
Henry Cavill is freaking going to be Geralt.
Yeah. So apparently Henry Cavill signed on to be Gerald on the Netflix adaptation of The Witcher. It's going to be a TV series.
Which I didn't even know was a thing.
Me neither. But Henry Cavill is going to be the main star. It's an 8-part show based on the fantasy novel series written by on which the games are based. It is set to work on an English language. It's going to be an English language drama series, and the original author is going to be a creative consultant. The star gave fans the first clue he was in line for the role in August. IGN asked him about other projects he would like to be involved in and expressed interest in his love of the Witcher games. Henry Cavill actually almost didn't get the role of Superman because he was too busy playing World of Warcraft to answer the phone call.
Yeah, he's a big nerd.
Yeah, he's a big old dumb nerd. The show is being developed by Lauren S. Hisrich, who previously worked on Daredevil, The Defenders, and the upcoming Netflix drama Umbrella Academy. So this person has experience doing comic book adaptations for Netflix.
Umbrella Academy, the Gerard Way.
Yes.
I'm having a really hard time with the G's today.
The show was announced in May. We must have missed it. But is not expected to hit the service until 2020. We're moving quickly ahead with everything. Like my head is spinning around Exorcist style, except with enthusiasm, not evil possession. Is what Hisrich said.
I think Henry Cavill's fine. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's not bad.
And everybody hates Superman, but it's not his fault.
Yeah, it really isn't. Him in Justice League is the best his Superman's ever been, which is really sad.
The problem is Geralt, or however you say his name, is just completely emotionless. Yeah. So I don't think they needed an A-list actor.
Well, I mean, he had like decent range in Mission Impossible, and I've seen him in other things where he's fine.
That's what I mean. He's like too good for the role. Geralt doesn't need to be a good
It'll be interesting to see like if they do deck him out in the full like white hair and beard and stuff.
I'm sure he will look awesome
because he's Henry Cavill. You know, he's got a recognizable face. That's too handsome for his own good face.
Yeah, I can't picture him.
Yeah,
as it at all.
But we'll see. I part of me thinks this is like a replacement for the Legend of Zelda show that they could never get off the ground.
Yes,
but well, no, I'm not gonna watch it.
I heard the Castlevania show is really good.
Me too.
Your boy Goku, thanks for the $2 super chat. Can't you plug in a keyboard and a mouse after you matchmake? Yeah, it's a good workaround, but I'd assume that they have something in place so that you can't do that. Maybe they'll yell at you. Maybe a prompt will come up and say, "Hey, don't do that." Bat Mabel says Henry sucks, to be honest. Okay,
all right.
Victor says Mads Mikkelsen would have been awesome. He
Mads
would have been great.
I mean, he would have been great in everything.
Instead, we'll just have to wait for Death Stranding.
Yes.
Let's unbox some stuff, Will.
Yes,
we have
please.
a lot of stuff.
Unbox things. Oh, did you drop your knife? Good thing I have one right here.
I also cursed.
Yeah, you did.
Everybody yell. Everybody. I don't know who this is from. I also forgot to put the links to any of this stuff in the description, so I'll have to do it after we're done being live. What are you now? Oh! Did somebody send this to me? Who sent this? Somebody. Thomas. Is this Grimhane? I think it's Grimhane. Thanks, Grimhane. This is expensive. Grimhane. I'm just assuming this is Grimhane. It doesn't say anywhere on here.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure his name is Thomas.
That is a nice toy.
This is the Stream Deck. The Elgato Stream Deck.
Nice.
Which I've been talking about. I wasn't going to buy. But
now you don't have to buy it.
Now I don't have to buy it. Because now I have it. I'm going to use it for sure.
Very cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We also got a $5.
It is Grimhane. I'm pretty sure it's Grimhane.
Yeah.
Grimhane, please confirm that you bought this.
Yeah. We also got a $5 super chat from Lane Happel. Spawnwave has been speculating a Metroid trilogy, Batman animated series. A Metroid trilogy Batman animated series. Did you get Aaron Rodgers? Did you see the DC app? You guys are the best. I think you just asked like 5 questions at once.
Spawnwave has been speculating a Metroid Prime trilogy. I could see that.
Oh yeah,
I don't
definitely.
see why not.
I would want it.
They should release that before the new Metroid game to get some hype going.
Batman the Animated Series. Did you see it? It's now in HD. They're releasing it on Blu-ray. And
I saw the side by side and it looks awesome.
looks really nice. Aaron Rodgers. Do you know what that's about? Did you get Aaron Rodgers?
That's
Oh, is that a sports thing?
No, isn't that a games journalist or is that a sports guy? It's a sports guy.
It's a sports guy.
American
No, I
football
don't think I got
quarterback and Green Bay
him.
Packers.
Did you see the DC app? I saw all the news about it. I'm not part of the beta. I should probably email them. I'll do that after the show. Because I feel like I'm going to need to talk about that.
We got way more boxes.
Yeah.
Also confirmed that was Grim Hain. Thank you, Grim Hain.
Yes. Also, thank you, Lane, for saying we're the best.
This is from Fun Lab.
Oh, boy.
Pretty sure I know what this is. I get a lot of emails for Switch accessories, obviously.
Yeah.
And I say no to like 90% of them because I just don't need it. But this one, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah. I was like, yo, I need this. This looks awesome.
I recognize that logo.
Because it looks like the Nintendo logo, doesn't it?
No, the one with the beaker.
Check this out.
Oh!
This is a Switch case, and I don't like big Switch cases.
Yeah.
But this one, I just had to have. It's freaking Mario's overalls.
That's funny.
This is cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of those big ones that can hold like a million different
They can
things.
hold a dock and like 2 controllers and whatnot.
This is a kid's thing, you know?
Yeah. I have one of those. I have an Amazon Basics one.
You got an Amazon Basics one?
Yeah, because it was like $2.
Yeah, the Amazon Basics ones are cheap.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yep. It's just one of those big foam things. You can put the dock in here. You can put the control. Oh, that's definitely a cutout for the controller. I normally don't let, because like this is a lot.
I mean,
For a portable console, this all of a sudden is not portable anymore.
Yeah.
But this is the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I would probably take the foam out and use it for something completely different. But this is cool. I think it's pretty cheap. Link will be in the description. And one more box.
All right.
This one, I have no... Oh, this one's heavy. Why is this one heavy?
Is it ham?
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry, Captain.
Oh, Satisfy. I don't remember if I can open it. I don't think I can. I don't think I...
Err on the side of caution.
I'm not going to open it.
Okay.
I will open it next week if I'm allowed to. But not going to show it. That's from Satisfy. They make a good Switch case.
Very good Switch cases.
There's one
and
for
docks.
each of us in there.
Ooh. Thank you.
A grip. I'm pretty sure it's the grip.
All right.
I don't know, though.
But we don't know. You heard nothing.
Yeah, you heard nothing. Nothing happened. Thanks, guys, for the stuff.
Yes.
Okay, now it's where do we talk to you guys?
All right. As always, reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you left a comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, now is the time when we will answer. And guys and gals watching us at this very moment, start asking your questions because we will get to you when we're done with everybody else. But first, Bruce Patrick with the $2.99 super chat. Wolf Bros, how close are we to backlog release?
How close? We're
as close as you want us to be.
We are so close. We are edging
Yeah.
on a backlog release.
We are.
We are about to release. We are edging. Very, 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 very soon. We're about as close as you can possibly be. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, where am I? We gotta pull out. Oh, the hashtag Wulff Den Live. Did you say that?
Yes, I did. I did the whole spiel.
Okay, I didn't hear no spiel. Scroll back a little bit. Live to Rock sent a meme. I don't remember if we did this last week. It's two businessmen shaking hands. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and then in the middle it says dealing with people who insist the first gen is the best. I didn't know there were generations to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh memes,
Yeah.
like the cards,
Yeah.
or like
Those are good.
I saw one the other day that was Uno cards, and then one of them was Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it was like this little effer doesn't know what's gonna hit him. Trevor Voss, am I the only one who wants a button press on the Pro Controller to power the Switch on when it's docked? No, you're not.
Yeah, having that on every other system is very convenient.
It's super annoying that you can only put the console to sleep from the controller.
Yeah.
You can't turn it off. You have to get up and hit the power button. That's super annoying.
Yeah.
Tim Simpson. Bob, you are overlooking that Goku gets announced tomorrow. All right, so Funimation put up a little meme.
Yes.
That was... It looked like Brawly. Was that not
it was
Brawly?
like Brawly.
Yeah. I'm ashamed, Tim Simpson, that you're saying Goku when it was Brawly. But then Bandai Namco tweeted back to them with Neo. No, not Neo.
No, it was one of the characters from the Matrix. Like, not like this.
Yeah,
Not like this.
that was good.
Yeah.
So no, we're not getting friggin' Goku. Simone Sig, do you think any of the Avengers or main characters in the MCU is a Skrull?
I would hope not. If like Avengers 4, we get like a reveal that one of them is a Skrull, I would think that's way too soon. Like you just introduced the Skrull.
Probably a one that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is probably going to be
Because I think
Skrull.
when they did Secret Invasion in the comics, like the big reveal was like Elektra was a Skrull. Like who cares? Well, Elektra was a Skrull.
Yeah, that's stupid. So no, I don't think so. I think we got too much going on in the MCU right now.
We do have a lot.
Jason, no, Lil Skeet Skeet, you guys put out great content. Thank you.
Thank you.
And people always ask video game questions, but what is your guys' goals and visions for the channel moving forward? Any projects in the pipeline? Also, video game question, what's your personal game of the year? It might still be Celeste, but I feel like that's going to change very soon with the stuff coming out later this year.
Don't ask me that question because I haven't played games from this year.
Oh, we still got Spider-Man. We still got...
Spider-Man might actually be the first 2018 game I actually play this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Smash Bros. Ultimate is a big contender for Game of the Year for me.
Yeah. That could very well be.
Pokemon Let's Go, I don't see that. That would have to really come out of left field.
I do want to play Red Dead when that comes out.
Yes, I keep forgetting about Red Dead. Red Dead is another big contender for Game of the Year. Goals and aspirations for the channel moving forward. I just want
World domination.
Yes. I just want to keep doing what we're doing and making good content.
Yes.
And maybe have a Saturday show eventually one of these days. You know, you never know. It'll come out of left field. You never know.
Okay.
Something we're working on. Why are you acting like... Okay, never mind. So, yeah, I know. I just want to keep chugging along.
Yeah, just do what we do until we drop dead.
Goals and aspirations is move out of this place, get an apartment and an office. That's my goal.
My goal is to go to the Sonic the Hedgehog red carpet.
Yes. Jason Baker, what are your thoughts on all the news of Call of Duty's Blackouts Battle Royale? We probably should have talked about that.
I wasn't really following it because I don't care.
I kind of care.
Yeah.
I want to play it. The beta's in like a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they announced some of the vehicles. All of the vehicles except for the ATV can hold 4 or more people. Okay. So there's probably going to be squads, you know, or quads. We still don't know how many people are going to be in it. Oh, we know that there's zombies.
Nice.
Zombies have something to do with it.
Okay.
We don't know in what capacity. I would assume that instead of like the storm, like that's in Fortnite, how it closes in, or in PUBG, it's just the circle. There's like no real story reason for it. I think that's going to be zombies. Okay. Zombies are going to close in on the sides, but we don't know. We just know zombies are going to be in there in some capacity. Right. Whatever.
Yeah.
I need to play it. I'm reserving all judgment until I actually play it. Battlefield has their own Battle Royale mode, 64 players, which is stupid.
Well, Battlefield has always had like high number.
64 players.
Yeah. That's their thing.
That's their thing. So this isn't interesting at all. And it's squad based. So they literally just...
Then it's not a Battle Royale.
Exactly. Yeah. They literally just took their game and took the teams out and made it squads instead of every man for himself. Yeah. So they did the minimal effort Battlefield. Yeah. At least Call of Duty looks like they're trying. Yeah. Where am I? Q7-3 power. The home button turns on the Switch. It parts it on from sleep. I don't know if it turns it on completely.
In conjunction, Burgundy Burnouts with a $5 super chat. WTF are you talking about? Hold down the home button and it turns on the Switch. I literally just did it 5 minutes ago. Is your Switch 100% off or is it in sleep mode?
Well, I'm going to turn it off.
Okay.
Repeat what I say.
Bob is getting his Switch. He's going to turn it off, completely off.
And knock the kickstand.
Knock the kickstand off. And then he's going to turn it back on using only the home button. You're going to use the Pro controller.
Yeah, but I'm going to come over here because I don't want to change my input on my monitor.
Right.
Because I don't know what's going to happen.
All right.
Okay. Oh, no. I don't want to... Okay, I guess I got to close the messenger. Okay, I'm going to turn it off completely. But again, you can't turn it off on the Pro Controller. You have to turn it off on the console. I put it to sleep by accident.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to go to last week's Wulff Den Live.
That's a good thing to do.
All right. Mark Andrews. Can't wait for the Tweet of the Week intro. Oh, that was disappointing.
Tweet of the Week intro?
From last week.
Because you weren't here.
Speaking of which, do we have a...
I do have a Tweet of the Week.
All right.
But let me turn this on first.
All right. Kentama, yuck, Spawn Wave, that guy's a snake oil salesman. I'll pass on this episode.
Snake oil salesman?
Wow.
What did he do? Look, it didn't work. It doesn't turn on, it just scrolls.
There you go.
So, you can't turn it on from... Unless, maybe it works when it's docked.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'll screw it later, but I just tried, it didn't work.
Maybe we should try some of that snake oil Spawn Wave's apparently selling.
Yeah, maybe it's good. Is it good stuff?
Yeah.
Is he selling good
Is
stuff?
it good? Is it like the Gwyneth Paltrow
What
snake
is he-
oil or
what-
the Alex Jones snake oil?
What is he... What did he do?
I don't know. He's your friend.
What did he do?
Steve.
Oh, there's a Tweet of the Week, by the way.
Okay.
Do
that now.
the intro.
Tweet of the Week! Tweet of the Week! Tweet of the Week! Back, baby!
And I just screwed everything up. I got the freaking I got the keep window out. Here we go. Read another thing.
Okay.
Oh no, don't read another thing. I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
It's happening. This is
Oh,
from
thank
No
God.
Context Mario. My favorite. It's a very lackluster Tweet of the Week this week. It's just a picture of Luigi and Hatsumiku holding hands. That's it.
It's funny in its lacklusterness. Steve Stuff from last week. Excellent. Great to see Bob and John together in a Wulff Den Live. Very spontaneous together. Happy face emoji. Need more Bob in the weekly Spawncast 2. Happy face emoji.
I was personally invited. Well, I'm apparently just allowed to show up, but I was personally invited last week, and I didn't go on. I was working on my the freaking Game Boy video.
Yeah. Full Metal Bat had to remove puddles, tone down reflection and shading just to maintain a solid 30 frames per second. This console generation is a joke.
What?
I guess in reference to Spider-Man on PS4 not having enough puddles for his liking.
Oh, excuse me. The Tweet of the Week was almost going to be that meme of the guy pulling the drain.
Oh,
and like all the water drains, and it says Spider-Man PS4 downgrade.
Yeah.
That was good. Where are we here? Full Metal Bat?
Yeah, I just read that.
Oh.
Bad netcode. Haven't commented in a while. Great to see John here. Great dynamic. Thanks, guys.
Glad a lot of people liked having John on the show. I want to have more guests. Like what we do with Izzy.
Yeah.
We got to do stuff like that.
I believe this is also part of Bad Netcode's comment. Also, one pronunciation of niche is borrowed from French, usually refers to a small area of space, whereas I usually experience your pronunciation when hearing market and business jargon related to target audiences. Being English, I say Mario the same way.
Getting mad. I'm happy that there's finally some freaking acknowledgement that British people say Mario like we say Mario.
Yeah.
And they are off the hook somehow. For some reason, they don't get any crap for how they say Mario.
They got them funny accents, governor.
Yeah, come on, man.
I've been getting crap because of the way I say Mythos. I say mythos, even though it's mythos.
Yes.
Here's the thing. The first, few times I've heard that word, it was pronounced mythos. So that's how I pronounce it. I'm sorry if this triggers you.
It is a little weird.
It is a little
Mythos
weird.
is weird.
Yeah.
No, I do. Yeah, I know. I understand that. Literally everybody here on Long Island in New York, who was raised in New York, says Mario.
Yeah.
So when I come to people over here and say that I get a lot of crap for how I say Mario, they're like, "What do you mean? What has everybody else say it?"
Did you ever hear James Rolfe try to pronounce Aquaman?
No,
He says Aquaman.
the hell.
He also doesn't pronounce the L in Wolf.
Who is this person?
The angry video game nerd.
Oh, where's he from?
New Jersey.
Oh, there's no excuse there.
All right.
That's it for last week.
Now
we're
live.
in the actual live chat.
We've got two $2 super chats. One from Eden Bennett. Monitor for gaming I can get for under $300. OBO. Whatever OBO means.
Wait, monitor for gaming I can get for other... Is it 4K gaming?
Because I don't think you're going to find a monitor for 4K gaming that's under $300.
Because I have a whole video on monitors for 4K gaming. So go watch that video. But if you want one for 1080p gaming, I should probably watch somebody else's videos. I don't have one on there.
Yeah.
I can't really help you there.
I mean, I feel like at this point you can probably find a decent monitor for under $300 that does 4K. I mean, it's not going to have a lot of bells and whistles. And that's not going to be huge.
You can get close with the BenQ that we have. But I don't know about getting a good one for under 300 because that BenQ is still kind of
Yeah.
I would, if you want to spend under $300 and you don't care about 4K, get a nice 1080p monitor. Go to Newegg and sort by a low refresh rate.
Yeah.
Because you want to, no, I'm sorry, not refresh rate.
You want a high refresh rate.
No, you want a high refresh rate.
Low latency.
Well, actually, refresh rate doesn't matter if you're plugging consoles in.
Right.
Because they can only do like 60 hertz or
Yeah.
something. You want a low response rate.
Right.
It's the milliseconds. You want that to be really low.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go nuts.
And the other $2 super chat is David Easley. Show up on Spawncast more, Bob.
I will.
All right.
I'm trying to make it a point to. They do it on Saturday nights. It's like an inconvenient time.
that's your going out time.
That's my
isn't it?
bro time.
That's your bro
That's
time.
bro time, man.
Or your bros.
It's time to bro down. I actually got home at like 10 o'clock last Saturday.
Yeah.
And this podcast is at like 9. But I was like, And I started just working on my Game Boy video. I was shooting all day for the Game Boy video. Cyberquake. You've always said niche the correct way. The other people are wrong. You can say it both ways.
Yeah.
Just don't give me crap. All right? Potato, GIF, jife. You know?
Yeah.
Gyarados, Gyarados. Mark Murphy, we need a Wulff Den spawn. Oh, didn't we read that already? I think we read that already.
Yeah, people just want you on Spawncast. Live to Rock. Say symbiote, Will. Symbiote.
How do they say it in the movie?
Symbiote. And only Jenny Slate pronounces it like that. So I think it's just her. Because in the second trailer, Riz Ahmed calls it symbiote.
Hold on, keep reading stuff.
Okay.
I'm doing something.
Hold on, I just had one and I lost it. Spawnwave says, yeah, show up on Spawncast. Ryan Mister, what do you guys love about Reggie Fils-Aimé? The fact that he's an utter
the
badass.
one meme of him doing
everything. Everything about Reggie, I adore.
For the podcast listeners, I was tapping my wrist and then going, no.
I love the one thing he did with Mega 64, where like they're piloting a Reggie mech through the halls of Nintendo, and like he's at like the desk, and then the real Reggie walks in, stares at him, and just goes, "You know what? I ain't got time for this. I'm going home." Gene Koff Morales, Bob, thoughts on limited run games, ukulele collector's edition. Oh, that's right, they're doing that.
What? They're doing what?
Limited run games doing a ukulele collector's edition.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of limited run games.
Yeah. Wildcat on 3. Will, what are your are there any options for storing 20 plus collectors comics The quality of the store folios is incredible, but they only hold 15 carded and sleeved. Hashtag Wulff Den Life. I would then recommend looking into the magazine holders I talked about on the show. I got the cheap ones from IKEA, but if you're looking for like something more sturdier, Target has really nice mesh ones for like $10 for 2 of them, and they should hold exactly what you need them to hold. Those magazine holders hold a lot.
The reason I've been not talking is because very reliable source telling me Civilization 6 is going to be announced tomorrow, Thursday. I guess this is Switch.
You heard it here first.
Switch.
Yeah.
Civilization 6 for Switch.
Okay.
Thursday.
That's a very
Switch
big deal.
announcement.
Yeah.
That is a very big deal. You heard it here first on the Wulff Den.
Executor 66. Will AJ needs to hear a daddy-o from you. It's all he asked for.
At least once a stream.
I'm sorry. I've been very lackadaisical at my daddy-os. I do want to bring that back, and I promise next week, daddy-os for everyone.
Daddy-os for all.
Yes.
Left and right.
You get a daddy-o. You get a daddy-o.
All Chino. Okay, I'm not reading his old name. 19 hours till direct, dude. Is that like...
It was someone who was asking when the direct...
okay. Mr. Brockrock the Messenger. I know everyone loves it and raves, but I want to say it is as awesome as they're saying. I just finished it, and the writing is so good, competing with Celeste for Indie Game of the Year. I'm going to play it tomorrow after the direct. So I'll stream during the direct, and then I'm immediately going to go into playing the Messenger. The rest of it, because I'm like... Well, I think I'm in the midway point when stuff gets real. So I got to do that. But I'm like at the top of the mountain, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And then like stuff happens there, and then you have like a whole rest of the game to play. The episode about the game... Oh, this is from Arbor. The episode about the Game Boy camera is amazing and original. Love the content. Keep going, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Donald, do you think we will finally get Mother 3? I think that would be a smart move for Nintendo, but I have no faith in them.
We're going to get it this console generation. I don't think they're going to announce it tomorrow, though.
I have little faith in Nintendo right now.
They're just doing their own thing.
Grim Haynes says, Bob's going to stream all night tomorrow. No, I am not. Not true. 6 o'clock is a little early for me to stream.
That is pretty early for you.
But then I'm going to go right into my usual stream.
Yeah.
But that means I'm going to end early. So get there while you can. Mark Murphy, Bob, you see RGT's review on Messenger? No, I didn't. I didn't see anybody's review on the Messenger, honestly. I don't like watching game reviews.
Yeah, I used to. I don't anymore.
Part of the problem is that I need to have my own opinion.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I don't watch.
Like, I've been like steering clear of anything about Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to know anything. I know I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't matter.
I mean, I played it already. I know I'm gonna like it.
That's true. I did watch your review though. I'm so sorry.
thank
I watched your first impressions. First impressions I feel like are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy says, Jimmy Neutron, wow, we have a celebrity in here.
Damn.
Is there a direct tomorrow? Yes.
Yes.
If you're watching this after the direct, let us know what we got wrong and what you should think about the direct. Also, if you're here before the direct, tune in twitch.tv/Wulff Den to watch it with us at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Ben Price, thoughts on Mario 3D Land coming to the Switch? I don't think that is.
No. I mean, at this point, they think every Wii U game is coming to the Switch.
Yeah, I think the hard speculation is on Super Mario U.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't heard anything about 3D Land.
Yeah.
All right, you got any more you want to read?
Vincent Stukes, hey, what do you guys think about if the Switch brought GTA 5? If the Switch got GTA 5?
I think that'd be awesome, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think it can happen. I just don't know. Like, every day they don't do it is another day where I think it'll be too late. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they brought LA Noire over, but they brought that to everything. You know,
that was Rockstar testing out the hardware.
But I feel like, you know, GTA 5 is still like one of the 10 best-selling games every month.
Yeah.
So like, if they put it on the Switch, people will buy it in droves.
Yeah. Everybody who bought it already will buy it again.
Absolutely.
I also don't think it's entirely necessary.
Yeah.
You know, they make so much money anyway.
Yeah.
This is the last one I'm going to read. K9 Unit Delta. What do you think about Insomniac not revealing the limited edition statue people pre-ordered for Spider-Man due to spoilers? That is weird. That they still haven't released it.
What happened? Say it again?
Insomniac hasn't announced what statue people are getting for Spider-Man for the PS4, the Collector's Edition. Well, it's Spider-Man, but he's on top of something, and it says, like... it has, you know, you've seen it. It has the police line don't cross on it.
Really?
It's like a box.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't see that.
They don't want to say what it is.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that. Wow.
I feel like if you're getting a collector's edition, you're seeing the Spider-Man on top. You know that's going to be cool. I feel like you're going to, if you're dropping all that money, you're going to like whatever it is. Yeah. You know, like I feel like it's not that big of a deal that they haven't announced it. It's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. It's like a little mystery box, even though it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to pre-order the PS4 Pro because Wario64 tweeted that it was up for pre-orders again, and I was like, couldn't do it. Yeah. Couldn't pull the trigger. That would have been a great video for Tuesday, but that would have also been a $400 video.
Yeah,
and I can't.
It's hard to justify.
Yeah,
that
would not have made my money back.
Yeah,
or maybe I would have.
Maybe, who knows? YouTube is a fickle mistress.
Yeah, it would have been a gamble.
Yeah,
even if I made my money back, I would not have made. I need to also eat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done.
All right.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on youtube.com/Wulff Den. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up again on Thursday as an archived version for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do so because we are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, be sure to subscribe, rate us, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
We gotta get Spotify.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out because it's
where do they live?
Yeah, just knock on the door.
We gotta bust in there.
Be like, hey man, put us on your service.
My old boss's brother is one of the lead developers at Spotify.
Really?
I need to
just
call
threaten
him a
him.
favor.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe me a favor. I probably owe him favors.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you, Grimhane.
Yes,
for
thank
my
you for
new
that.
stream deck that I will probably. I don't know if I'll be able to set it up by tomorrow, but tomorrow or Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, join us where we will watch the Nintendo Direct together, and then I'll play some games, and we could talk about the Nintendo Direct after. I'm sure we'll have some cool stuff, live reactions, whatnot. Twitch.tv/Wulff Den. Go over there. Give me a follow. Click that. Make sure you get the notifications so you know when we're live.
Yeah.
Also, I beat Pokemon Yellow.
Yay!
I beat the Elite Four.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
They all doubted me, Will.
I know.
41 hours.
Wow.
I'm going to give myself a little break before I go to Hard Gold. But then I'm going to do Hard Gold. And I might bring my team into Hard Gold. I'm going to throw up. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. Goodbye.
Bye!